Episode 398. He's just a security guard. "What are you looking for?" a woman asked. "Are they gone?" Heidi asked, searching for Alex and Debbie in the crowd. "Debbie is beautiful," she thought. "I've never seen anyone so pretty." While the crowd had been celebrating, Alex and Debbie had left together, so Heidi couldn't find them. Within a few hours, Mickey's men had scattered, shocking the whole city. Several people let off fireworks throughout the night. Rumor had it that Gregory had offended a mysterious friend of the Cliftons, who seemed to keep a low profile. But it appeared that he was extremely powerful. Chelsea Wood, the police officer in charge of the case, chatted on TV, listing the horse gang's recent crimes. There were a shocking number of them. Chelsea's reputation had always been beyond reproach, and her work investigating the horse gang had resulted in her being promoted. Alex turned off the TV inside. Perhaps now he could finally live in peace. He had no great ambition to be anyone important. All he wanted was to live quietly with Debbie. He continued to work as a security guard, while Debbie resumed her studies at Johns Hopkins University. One day, Alex was having lunch in a restaurant with some of his fellow security guards when his phone rang. When he saw it was Jessup, he answered. "Alex," Jessup said, "I have some people here who want to see you." "Oh? Who?" Alex asked, moving away from the others so they wouldn't overhear too much of his conversation. "Just a couple of people who want to talk," Jessup said. "Can you come to the house and speak to them?" "If they want to see me, can't they come here to see me?" Alex said. He respected Jessup, but he wasn't interested in running around after anyone else. He was enjoying his quiet life. After everything he had been through, Alex had finally realized that a lack of excitement could be a blessing. A short time later, a man and a woman rushed into the restaurant. They looked around for a moment before approaching Alex. Their expensive clothes were a little out of place in the restaurant, and they were both important people. Jessup walked in and followed them over toward Alex. The other diners stared at them, wondering who these people were. "I'm sorry to disturb you, Alex," Jessup said, smiling at him apologetically. "But these two were determined to speak to you. They said it was quite urgent." Several of the security guards looked at Alex in a daze, surprised that Alex knew such rich-looking people. They rarely watched the news, so they didn't know much about Alex or the things he had done. Not wanting to get in the way, they clapped Alex on the shoulder, telling him they would see him later, and then they left. The unknown man grunted as he sat down, clearly unimpressed with Alex. When Alex noticed this, he adopted an arrogant expression. He picked up his fork and began to chew slowly, looking unapproachable. The woman hurriedly tried to smooth things over. "Ethan, we came to ask for a favor, so you should be polite." "Why?" Ethan Cox said, snorting his derision. "He's just a security guard. This is ridiculous." The woman smiled apologetically at Alex. "Celia, this clearly isn't the right person," Ethan said. "Let's go." When Alex had ignored him, Ethan had felt slighted, so he stood up to leave. "Ethan, please don't be like this," Celia said, trying to stop him. "We haven't achieved anything yet. Don't screw this up." Jessup sat beside Alex, holding a cup of tea and seemingly unconcerned about whether Ethan would leave. "That smells delicious," Jessup said, looking at Alex's food. "Can I have some of that?" Ethan stopped walking, and Celia sat back down and ordered some food from the waiter. Ethan sighed. How powerful can this security guard be? He wondered. Shaking his head, he walked outside. Alex slowly finished his meal, and then he left the restaurant with Jessup and Celia. Outside, Ethan was leaning against a car, looking annoyed. "Are you finished?" Ethan asked in a provocative tone. "Be polite," Celia reminded him. "Talk to him with respect." "He's only a security guard, and he's younger than me," Ethan said. "What is there to respect?" He was starting to think Alex might be a fraud, and he didn't like him much. Celia wanted to argue, but he stayed quiet. She wasn't sure about Alex, and it was hard to tell what he might be capable of. Ethan was a bit eccentric, but he had a lot of money. Ethan was a master at Thai boxing. He was strong and had a lot of experience in fighting. He was highly skilled and regularly defeated men much bigger than he was. He was used to being treated with respect. The fact that Alex seemed indifferent to him was irritating. "I'll call my supervisor again to see if there's been a mistake," Celia said, a little confused. She had been ordered to talk to Alex, but things weren't going as planned. While she called for confirmation, Alex and Jessup walked ahead of them back toward Johns Hopkins University.